Stop whatever you're doing because things just got wild. Remy Ma didn't just make headlines, she turned a late-night talk show into a full-blown scandal. And no, this wasn't part of a skit or some scripted TV moment. What went down backstage looked real, raw, and messy. Remy Ma, the platinum-selling rapper, the woman who swore she changed her life, was allegedly caught on camera doing something she definitely shouldn't have been doing. How does someone who's been preaching growth and redemption go from being the guest of honor to being escorted out of a studio by security and, allegedly, officers? How do you go from lean back to leaning straight into trouble? The leaked footage, which somehow found its way online, is clear enough that you can literally see the regret forming on her face in real time. The host looks frozen, the audience is confused, and Remy seems completely unaware that her every move is being recorded. So, what happened? Was it a setup? A relapse? Or has Remy Ma secretly been living two completely different lives, one for the cameras and one far away from the spotlight? Because, baby, the receipts are out there. The footage exists. And this fall from grace looks steep. It all started on what should have been a regular night on the After Hours show with Lance Carter. You know, that cozy show with the jazz band, neon lights, and awkward celebrity laughter. Remy was the headlining guest. Everyone behind the scenes was hyped. Her team was on edge, but things were running smoothly, outfit flawless, makeup on point, confidence high. Everything looked perfect. Until it wasn't. A backstage camera, one that was never supposed to be seen by the public, somehow leaked. The footage looked like something straight out of an iCloud hack. You could see Remy bending over a table, and no, she wasn't fixing her hair or her mic. She was allegedly doing something that no PR team on earth can spin into a good look. Now, Remy isn't new to controversy. This is the same woman who served 6 years in prison for shooting someone over a few $100s. The same woman who once told Oprah she had turned her life around, focusing on empowering other women and staying out of trouble. But fast forward to now, and she's allegedly caught doing the very thing she said she left behind. And the timing? Horrible. This wasn't hours before her appearance. It was minutes before walking out onto a live stage. Right after whatever happened, she wiped her face, took a deep breath, and walked out smiling as if nothing happened. It was eerie. There were witnesses, too. A makeup artist in the corner pretending to scroll on her phone. A sound engineer sipping water nervously, like he just saw something he shouldn't have. Then a young intern walked in at the worst possible moment. His expression said everything, frozen, shocked, terrified. And Remy looked at him and allegedly said, "You didn't see nothing." Unfortunately for her, the internet sees everything. Within hours of the clip leaking, hashtags exploded. Hashtag Remy Ma caught. Hashtag After Hours meltdown. Hashtag lean back to lock up. Fans couldn't believe it, while others pulled up old interviews and club clips, saying, "She always seemed a little too wired." Meanwhile, producers of the show went completely silent. No statements, no explanations. Just chaos. Because the After Hours show is filmed live, no delays, no chance to edit. If she'd walked on stage a few minutes earlier, viewers might have seen something way worse live on television. Instead, right before her segment began, Remy disappeared for about 12 minutes. The audience clapped nervously, confused, while the band kept playing filler music. When she finally came back out, her smile looked forced, her hands trembling. Then, just as she was about to speak, the screen suddenly cut to commercial. According to production sources, that wasn't an accident. An investor allegedly threatened to pull out if Remy appeared on screen in that state. Even the host, Lance Carter, reportedly refused to sit next to her after seeing the footage, saying, "If she's rolling in like that, I'm not rolling cameras." Moments later, security quietly escorted Remy out. No shouting, no chaos, just silence. Two guards, one crying publicist, and a dazed Remy Ma walking toward a black SUV. And standing by that car, Papoose, her longtime husband, the man who stood by her through prison, through every rumor. Witnesses say he looked at her and muttered, "Again, Remy. Again?" After that, chaos hit the internet like wildfire. A short, blurred clip was leaked online. Within 20 minutes, it had over 3 million views. Within hours, it was reposted everywhere: The Shade Room, Baller Alert, TMZ, even sports pages joined in. Then came the real trouble: law enforcement. NYPD confirmed they were reviewing footage linked to Remy Smith, professionally known as Remy Ma. Translation: they weren't just watching, they were building a case. Reports claimed the substance on camera wasn't just a minor issue, it could be something classified as a Schedule I controlled substance, which means potential federal charges. Even worse, the show was filmed inside a major network studio. That's government property, meaning she may have committed a crime on federal grounds. Security teams started auditing entry logs, while producers began hiring lawyers. Meanwhile, the internet turned into a detective circus. TikTok users slowed down the footage frame by frame, analyzing her posture, her gestures, her eyes. Twitter exploded with theories. Some fans defended her, saying it was a setup. Others called it karma. Then, things hit an emotional note. Papoose posted a simple, heartbreaking message on his Instagram story: "You hold someone down for years, and then this." It was deleted within minutes, but not before fans screenshotted it 1,000 times. To make it messier, boxer Claressa Shields, who's had beef with Remy before, posted a shady tweet that read, "Karma always finds her way." That single post reignited old drama, with fans saying Claressa had warned everyone weeks ago. Fat Joe tried to defend Remy on IG Live, saying, "Let's not judge before we know the facts." But by then, the facts were already public. The footage existed, and the damage was irreversible. Now, Remy's team has gone silent. Reports say she's hired crisis lawyers and PR specialists, and is considering checking into a private facility for exhaustion. But insiders claim this wasn't random, that her team begged producers to book her last minute, hoping to boost her image after rumors of her marriage trouble with Papoose. Just when everyone thought things couldn't possibly get worse, one of the backstage crew members from the show jumped on TikTok with a shocking claim. According to them, they warned the producers before filming even started. In their words, she came in totally off, shaky, sweating, talking fast. "I asked my boss if she was okay to go on camera, and they said, 'It's Remy Ma, she'll pull it together.' Well, she didn't. And now, the consequences are piling up like unpaid bills. What started as a bad night has now turned into a full-blown professional disaster. We are talking about potential breach of contract, lawsuits, and sponsors backing out. Glowfinity Cosmetics, one of the show's biggest sponsors, already cut ties and deleted every post connected to Remy. Their statement read, "We support strong, safe women and will no longer work with anyone who puts that mission at risk." Brutal. And that's not even the end of it. Multiple reports claim that Remy Ma has officially been banned from the entire network studio, not suspended, banned. With that, we've entered the next stage of this spiral, legal and career fallout. Just 2 days after the footage went viral, the Manhattan District Attorney's Office confirmed they were investigating the incident at the after-hours show studio involving a high-profile figure. Translation: they are building a case. The possible charges include possession of a controlled substance, tampering with a live production, endangerment, and parole violation. Insiders even whisper that the amount involved suggests distribution, not personal use, which would make things a lot worse. Remy's lawyers are reportedly working non-stop to arrange a quiet surrender, hoping to avoid the embarrassment of a public arrest. But while they scramble behind the scenes, the network itself is coming for her too. NBC Studios just released a statement saying she violated their zero-tolerance drug policy, a breach that could lead to a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Meanwhile, the FCC has received viewer complaints questioning why someone possibly impaired was allowed on set. Audience members from that night are now speaking out, saying they felt disturbed by what they saw. So here we are, a full career collapse unfolding in real time. Once a celebrated comeback queen, Remy Ma is now fighting for her reputation, her marriage, and possibly her freedom. That plan backfired in the worst possible way. What was meant to be a comeback moment turned into a public unraveling, one the world can't stop watching.